What's up? Hey everybody, welcome to Inner Circle. Good to see you. Tanya, what's going on? Good to see you, Sandy. Hey Melvin, how's it going? Bart. Oh, hey iPad. Put your name on it that I can call you out, guys. What's going on? Hey Philip and Bill. John, what's going on? Good to see everybody. Chris Lawrence, what's happening? Donald, hey, what's up? Good to see you, Anita, and Mary Kay, and Sabrina, and Lori. I get to see all these beautiful faces here for this month's Inner Circle. Hey, everybody. I got, for those of you that may have seen my Instagram post, my two black eyes are 3 weeks in now. They're almost gone. This one just a little dark. But in the meantime, I got these rim glasses to cover it. My wife likes it, so I might be switching to rim glasses, you got to make the wife happy. Good to see you, Tanya. Good to see you, Frank. Welcome to Inner Circle. If this is your first time here, raise your hand if this is the first time here. Oh, good to see a few new people. I see you, Howard. You're always playing full out, brother. Good to see you. Rita, what's going on? The Inner Circle is so much fun for me. This is almost a decade I've been doing these every month. And you guys being a part of Mastermind, you get to be a part of this every single month. And don't forget, inside your Mastermind back office, you have like 4 years of these. And I promise you, there are topics that you might be going through right now that you want some guidance, some advice on. Don't forget you have that resource, right? Literally, I just want to say, Inner Circle was $100 a month for years. You guys get it now by being a part of Mastermind. So just think, $100 a month, $1,200 a year. There's like $5,000. I mean, if you want to use money as a motivator to get in there, it's yours. You have access to it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So just don't forget that asset's there. Not that, listen, I don't have all the answers. And I'm not pretending that I get it perfect in every area of my life. But this is just something I do every single day. Each month I obsess on what I think you need. And I believe each month has something in there that could serve you where you are. Take what serves you, throw the rest away, right? But at least you got access to that. Because remember, you're all a part of Mastermind. If you're here, you're a part of Mastermind. Remember, and write this down if you don't, mymmcalendar.com. If you ever want to check event dates, when I'm going live, what the next course is coming. On the 15th, we'll release another amazing course for you. We got all kinds of cool stuff coming from Mastermind. Got some cool upgrades. Okay, today, I got lots of cool things to talk about today, but I thought about it ending Q1. Alexis, good to see you. Always love your colorful background. Sheila, good to see you. Lori, Kay, what's going on? Sabrina, what's going on? Every month when I go live, I really try to think of something timely in the moment. A lot of times, the truth is, it's stuff I'm working on that I know I need to do. So I've trained my brain to not only have yearly goals, quarterly goals, monthly goals, weekly goals, daily goals, but quarterly is big to me because we're getting ready to end March. You believe the first quarter of the year is gone, right? We're going into April. And this is a awakening time for me. Like, hey, I had some big goals for myself this year. Am I on track? Or am I falling behind? Do I have a deficit to where I want to be, or am I ahead, right? And I like to look at that, and I like to be honest with myself, right? If you're a little behind, that's okay. We got time to make up. You don't want to go into November being behind, right? Then you got holidays, and you right? So I thought today would be perfect for us to kind of get in the groove and get a 90-day plan for taking more action. Because here's what I know. We must learn. We must. Because our best thinking got us here. Our best capabilities got us here. If you're in this group, can we all agree that we have to learn new capabilities, new skills to go to where we want to go? Is that a must? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Is it a must to learn new skills, right? Your best skills got you here. I need new skills. I'm stretching myself. I want to be a better dad. That's why I read books all the time to be even a better dad. I want to be a better husband. I want to be a better team member to you guys. I want to bring you better capabilities. I want Mastermind to always be better, right? The courses we create to always be better. I want to start new relationships that are better. So in order to do that, I'm always trying to gain new capabilities and learn. So we agree. Look at all the amazing yeses. Secondly, Do we all agree that we have to stay engaged? Stay a part of something bigger than yourself. Who in here has ever gotten a little pressure and then you kind of back away from the group, back away from mastermind, back away from the weeklies? You kind of back away and you go by yourself and isolate yourself. How does that work when you isolate yourself? You start getting in your head like, this is not the right time. The economy, the banks are crashing and the economy's crashing and it was the old president's fault. It's the current president's fault. It'll be the next president's fault. I don't know. And you get in your head and then you watch the news. You're like, I knew it. It's not me. It's everybody. Let me just sit here and wait. Doesn't that happen sometimes when you're on your own? And then the worst part, when you're kind of on your own, who in here has got somebody that if you're feeling down, you know for sure you could talk to them and they will reinforce why you should feel down? Is that a true story, right? I see you laughing, Tanya, right? It's like, man, things are screwed up. The economy's bad. I'm a little scared. You know the person you can go to and say it to, Julie, I see you smiling, and they go, you're right. I told you. Stop being so optimistic. The world is going to shit. Let's go to the shit together, right? Like, you got some people you could hold your hand on the way down. Sometimes we need to force ourselves to hold hands and align with the people that show you that's bullshit. We got to keep moving up. We got to take more bold action than ever before. Rita, I see you going like this, right? More bold action. We have to be more capability, right? My shithead cheering team. Sandy, you just made me laugh out loud. That's hysterical. That was good, right? So if we know we have to do the learning, we have to create the new capabilities, and we know we got to stay engaged. Well, you're here learning today. You're engaged. Hopefully there's thousands of you right now watching live. Thousands and thousands will watch the replay. But this is where you stay engaged and be a part of something. You gain new capabilities. But the part I want to talk about today is the hardest one. It's the action. So if you learn new capabilities, if you're engaged in the right community that keeps you going, I got this. The last part is, am I taking the actions needed? Sometimes bold, sometimes scary, sometimes uncomfortable, sometimes unique, sometimes new. But we still got to take the action. And are we taking the action fast enough? Are we failing fast enough? Are we discovering new things fast enough? Listen, you're here. You're already an action taker. But do I have permission to nudge you to take even more action over the next 90 days? Because that's what I'd like to do. Could you turn the air down 2 degrees? I want to nudge you and push you to that next level, because I'm never the type to say the sky is falling. I don't know where the economy is going to go. We got some banks having troubles. If no more have troubles, that's one direction. If more banks in America have trouble, it's going to affect the entire world in ways that I don't even think the smartest people in the world have the definitive plan. But I want to share with you, when things like this happen to me, I've trained my brain rather than say, oh my God, more bad stuff is happening with the economy and where could it go? Instead of that, I say, how can I take more action? How can I gain more capabilities? How can I stay more engaged? How can I get out in front of this in a way, because there's going to be a lot of people sitting on their hands. There's going to be a lot of people that don't realize they're not sitting on their hands because they're bad people. Please know that's not what I'm saying. They're sitting on their hands because they get insecure, they get scared, and they're not sure what to do. Uncertainty makes you sit and wait. Uncertainty makes you sit and wait, and you don't even realize. You're like, oh, let's see how this plays out. Where I've trained myself, said, no, I can't wait. That's how you get left behind. I need to take even more action, more bold action. Here's the other thing I want you to think about. Today. Today's about action. Today's about crafting a 90-day plan. You guys up for crafting a 90-day plan? Get a little more uncomfortable with your actions? Okay. The other thing, and I share this with you guys a lot, and you have to be consciously aware of this. Hear me on this. Sometimes when we craft our action plan or we go to take action, our brain will steer us towards the things we're more comfortable with. Sabrina, you're getting me. You're feeling me today. I see it, right? It's like, oh, I need to start going live. I need to make that first phone call. I need to let people, I'm a coach now. I'm going to I'm going to offer my coaching. I'm going to offer my workshop. I need to make that call. I need to hit my network of friends first. I'm going grassroots, guerrilla marketing. I'm going to call and email all my best friends, ask them to turn me on to the people they know. And between the friends I have and the friends they have, I'll get my first 1 to 3 sales. And you go, oh, but what if they think I'm stupid when I call? I'm going to go work on my logo. Right? Sabrina, we're having fun. Bruce, I see you laughing, right? I'm not trying to oversimplify. Pascal, I see you, right? But it happens. Like the thing that actually will move the needle, if it's a little uncomfortable, you go, well, I'll get to that one, but I think I could add another section to my coaching. I could add another section to the module I'm going to create. I think orange fall colors or pastel colors will be way better than the bright reds and blues I'm using. Let me go adjust because it feels like soul food. It feels like chicken soup, right? It's like, making the phone call. So I'm going to nudge you not only to take action, but let's take the action on the things that actually can move the needle from where you are to where you really want to be. Listen, you could give it all away, but we got to move the needle towards the things that bring you the impact, which brings you the revenue, which brings you the sale, which puts money in your bank account to prove that this is real, that you can make money while you serve others, not compromising them, but actually empowering them, pushing them to gain the skill that they want or gain the capabilities they want while simultaneously you grow. If we don't push ourselves, we don't get that. So here's what I'm going to do. My team put together some great notes, and then this morning I just went through all of them and said, this is what I think. Do me a favor. Raise your hand right now so I could see. I could see about 500 of you. About 500 of you. Raise your hand right now if you journal on a regular basis. If you journal on a regular basis. That's about half. Cool. Put your hands down. Raise your hand if you guys keep a regular to-do list. If you physically write down a to-do list, that's more of you. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do a little work time today, okay? Christina, Google the Better Life Journal. That's the best place to journal. I got mine right here. Here's what I'd like you to do. I would love for you, if you journal or you have to-do notes that you can go back and look. If not, I'm going to ask you to write. Do the work right now. Let's do this together. I would love for you to write down at least 5. It'd be great if you had 10 things that you need to or want to accomplish. Let's just stick with your business. We got lots of things we want to accomplish, but we're going to talk about your business, the business you're launching, the business you're going to start, the business you have, the business you want to scale. I would like for you to write down 10 things that you would like to accomplish in the next 90 days. That's a lot. And we're not going to go through all of these, but I'd like you just to write them down. And let's put 5 minutes on the clock. If we could put a 5-minute timer up, that would be great. We could play some cool, let's get some work done music. Look, here it comes. I can feel it. Team was reading my mind, right? Really think about this. It's 90 days from now. Right? It's 90 days from now, and you accomplished a ton, more than ever before. It's going into the second part of the year, halfway through the year, and you were able to accomplish things. You can go granular, you can go high level, you can say, I want to make I'm gonna do that grassroots or that guerrilla marketing. I'm gonna get my first 5 sales, or I'm gonna take my revenue from 10 grand a month to 20, or I'm gonna do my first workshop, I'm gonna do my first mastermind, I'm gonna launch my course, I'm gonna have my coaching program. I'm just gonna ramble here for 5 minutes while we're counting down. And if we get done before that, we don't have to use the whole 5 minutes. But let's just think it's 90 days from now. And we're back here at an inner circle, and you just wanna raise your hand because you accomplished more in the last 90 days than you have in the last 9 months. And it has been an amazing 90 days. What would it be? What would it be? Would you finally have the confidence to start doing a daily live on social, even if 2 people watch the first time? Would it be starting a Facebook group? Would it be finally launching your course? Telling your friends and family that you are now a coach, or you coach other people? or you're going to schedule your first workshop. In 60 days from now, I'm going to do my first workshop. I'm going to do it on Facebook. I'm going to do it on a private. I'm going to do it on Zoom. No, hell with that. Hell with that. I'm going to put 5 girls in a room at a hotel overlooking the ocean, and together for 5 days, we're going to transform our lives. I'm finally going to stop letting that inner self-doubt that has cost me so much in my life not have a voice. I'm going to have a daily practice to think about my thinking. I'm going to launch my first marketing campaign. I'm going to teach my first course. I'm not sure what it is, but I would love for you just to write down a whole bunch of stuff. And if 10's too many, don't worry, do 5. I'm pushing you to 10 just so you could write it down, and we're going to go through a process. What else? Stretch yourself. What else would you like to accomplish? Carrie, I see you doing the work. Thank you. Lewis, I see you doing the work. Amanda doing the work. Winnie Anderson, I see you doing the work. Bruce, I see you doing it. Carrie. Chris Lawrence, always good to see you, man. Jeff Peterson always makes me think about going fishing when I see his background. Philip, I see you doing it, man. Matthew, good to see you, man. Thanks for sharing. And remember, as you're writing this down, I'm not sharing anything with you guys each month that has never been heard before. Leon, I see you. These are reminders. I need to do these things on a regular basis. How often do we just get caught in the hypnotic rhythm of life and we forget to craft our goals, forget to write down what we want to accomplish, forget to write down the hard things that we've been avoiding? If you don't put it on paper, then you don't feel like you missed it, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. You know there's an uncomfortable part of your journey that you've been putting off. There just is. Charging more for your coaching practice. Going from one-on-one to group coaching. Going to a group that comes in, flies in from all around the world and meets you someplace. There's something. There's something. So what would you like to accomplish? Thank you guys for doing the work. I see all of you. What an amazing group of humans. Thank you for doing the work. Makes my heart swell up and makes me happy because it makes it worth every bit of the time we put into this and to think about this and to come up with these. So here's what I'd like you to do now. While you're in this space and while you're writing it down, and if you still got a few more you want to write down, you can. I want you to look at these 10, and I want you to label them 1 through 5. Okay, before you do, 1 means it's a really cool idea, just not right now, it's not urgent. A 5 is, I must make this happen. You know, a 3 is like, I gotta do this pretty soon. A 4 is like, yeah, I got to do it in the next couple weeks. A 5 is like, no more hesitating. I have to do this. So just for you, you come up with your own rating system. A 1 would be, it's a nice thing. I should do it. A 3 is like, I got to do this fairly soon. 4 is like, yeah, really soon. A 5, no more games. I got to get this done. I got to make this happen. I'll give a couple more, just give 1 more minute, Mike. And that music was cool. Let's go back to the music for a minute. There we go. So label these, really think through them. Kim, I like that. Mine are all 5s. Okay, so if you got all 5s, here's what I'm going to ask you to do. 3s, 5s, 2s. Here's what I'd like you to do. Can you accomplish all of them? Possibly. But for this reference, I'd like you to pick one right now. That's hard, and you're going to do more than one, but for this training today, I would love for you to pick one that is the 5 plus. Like, it's the 5 must. I must do. Because we're just going to come up with a little formula that I use. We're going to share a little formula that I use. And then you can apply it to all of them. If you got 8 5s, then you apply the same formula to all of them. Okay, so here's what I'd like to do. Who would like to share what's on their list? Raise your hand if you'd like to share what's on your list. Let's see. Oh my God, I hate picking. I should just let my team, because I want to pick all of you guys. Let's bring up, we'll get to ladies. Let's bring up Kevin. Kevin just disappeared. Kevin Dridge, I think it was. Got a flannel on. I saw him and then it was gone. Kevin Drago, I think it is.
Drago.
I know, it disappeared. I saw you and then it was gone. Hey Kevin, how are you, man? Everybody give it up for Kevin. All right. How you doing, Kevin?
Dean, thank you for calling on me. I'm doing very well this morning. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. And thanks for doing the work. Seriously, it is amazing that this family has grown. You know, if I do this sometimes with strangers, or sometimes people think they're too cool for school, like I get hired to go paid an event and I'll do an exercise, and I'll literally see about 10% of the audience. They're like, I don't need this shit. Just tell me how to make money or whatever it is. And I already know that they're screwed because they're not willing to look inside. They're not willing to take the time to think through this, right? So I just want to say thanks for doing the work, Kevin. It makes every month when I go live on Inner Circle so exciting for me. So tell me some of the things that were on your list.
So one of the biggest things on my list, Dean, is we've got the month of May coming up that is dedicated to mental health and awareness. And the most important part really on that month is May 10th is National Fentanyl Awareness Day. And when you talk about fentanyl, is something that is so potent and so deadly and so devastating for so many millions of us that it's really hard to even understand it. So the best part, what we're doing as a national theme, is we're having everyone to come into alliance to really recognize the dangers of fentanyl and to become a little bit more aware of it. So that is something that is on the roadmap. That is something to where we're really working diligently together, cohesively together to bring attention to that, not just in California, but worldwide. And I'm just really looking forward to that. So it's a pretty big avenue, but it's achievable. So
tell me. So first off, I commend you. What an amazing accomplishment. When do you want to do this? What is the day? Is there a certain day?
The date is May. The day is May 10th. And so what I've written down, and I got to thank you so much and your family, our family and team, is that I would not have been able to continue doing what we're doing without you. And so with the 10 things that I wrote down is we've got 30 days until the month of May. And May 1st is almost like a May Day. We've got Cinco de Mayo coming up, and I don't want to get off tangent, but we're focusing on fentanyl awareness. We're focusing on well-being. We're focusing on mental health. But we've got May Day coming up May 1st. We've got Cinco de Mayo coming up May 5th. And that big holiday, May 10th, is National Fentanyl Awareness Day, to where we can really understand this and come together cohesively and really, merge voices and join together. And
okay, so this is the stuff. I love it, Kevin, and I want everybody to hear this. So I'm going to go through this. I'm going to do this with a few people. So I see people putting your hand up with the virtual hand. That's great. Anybody else that wants to click the little hand, I'll try to, we'll pick some other people. So tell me, it's May 10th, you said?
Correct.
May 10th. Okay.
Yes.
Now, this is the stuff I want you to think about. If you're not used, even if you are used to writing goals, I've taken it so much further because, let's be honest, raise your hand or say yes in the chat if you have set a goal, you're really excited about it, but then you didn't follow through. I'm going to put my hand up. That's a fact, right? Sometimes, if our goals aren't specific enough, it's hard to hit a fuzzy target, right? If I take my glasses off and try to hit a target, I wouldn't. I can read, right? So I guess I'm nearsighted. I can't see distance, right? But if I put my glasses on, I could see it because it's clear. So tell me and this is what everybody, I want you to start thinking this. What is the ideal outcome? This is the stuff people don't ask. I want to make a massive impact on May 10th so we can bring fentanyl awareness to a whole nother level. But what does that really mean to you, Kevin? What would be a win? Please write this down, guys. This isn't just for Kevin. What would be the win on May 11th when you woke up and you said, damn, that was good? What would be the win for May 10th?
The win for May 10th would be, and that's the thing I want to back up a little bit on starting is that with the whole part of going in on this challenge right here and taking action is that I've got to set my mind into coming up with a soft opening, let's say, to where, I mean, it's got to start now. So every day, like, we've been talking about is to get on live every day and to make calls. And it's just a grassroots.
But stick with me. No, stick with me on this though. Stick with me, I promise.
Okay.
Because this is what we all do. We all get lost in the weeds. You're already going in the weeds, dude. I see it, and the overwhelm is going to start pouring in on you. It's going to feel like it's all coming at once, and the fire hose is getting turned on. Let's listen. This is so much fun for me. You guys liking this so far? We having fun today? This is my family, so I love hanging out with you guys. Overwhelm is my middle name, Frank. I love this group. Okay. What is the ideal outcome for May 10th? We're going to work backwards. And then we're going to figure out stuff we could do now to help make May 10th bigger. Do you want to drive them to an event? Are you just driving them to a page? Do you want them to donate to families that need help? Like, I just need to know, what is your outcome? Is just awareness? We want more people to know. Awareness and contribute. Awareness and do something. Awareness and write your senator. Like, what is the outcome of the day?
It would just be the best day of my life if we can all recognize that this fentanyl is real and it's killing people every 5 minutes of every day. It's just something so devastating to where in my being that I have is that if we can get everybody in alignment and to understand that fentanyl is a poison and it's taken us out like more than one would know, that would be something that would be gratifying to make my life, really achievable.
Okay, I love that.
And then
Coach Jorge, go ahead.
Well, if that would be the starting point of really understanding that we've got really, other areas that we can focus on to improve our mental health and our mental well-being. So once we understand this fentanyl drugs is taking place, and then we can come together and really start building our mental thought process into learning on a self-education level to where we can really start progressing forward to be, better people and to, maybe get off drugs and start something else. But the most important part of this, Dean, sorry, I'm a little out there, is prevention and early intervention is the most important part of this mission. Is to, if we can educate our youth right now to where they don't even want to come close to doing drugs and starting to get into this fentanyl would be the biggest goal of all.
Okay, Kevin, I love this, and we're talking through it, man. So there's no wrong answer. And Coach, is it Jorge? George with a J, I think that's Jorge. I hope I say that right. Had some great questions, and I love when our team is. But I love what you're sharing, but we all need a call to action, right? Sometimes people who don't pay attention. There's got to be something that May 10th drives them to do. Go donate. Go tell somebody. Help with prevention. Do these 3 things. Like, become part of my newsletter, because every month I'm going to share things on how we can make a difference in this world. The first thing I would decide is, what is your outcome? Because listen, if you just awareness, how many people in life are super busy? Listen, this is important to you. And it's important to a lot of people in a moment, but it's not their most important thing, right? So you bring this up. If you don't find a way to hook them and keep them engaged, it's important for the moment. Their heart is filled, but then it goes to another level. You know, Daryl, I was thinking the same thing. I'm sure, Kevin, is this personal to you for a reason? Has fentanyl affected your family, or has mental health affected your family?
All the above.
Yeah, okay. I figured as much, and we all can figure that. And thank you for being willing to share that. But the outcome here is really important. So we're going to break this down. This is how targets don't get hit. I want to have awareness that day. What does that mean? You just want to go to the local grocery store and shout out with a megaphone? Do you want 5,000 people to come to a live training that you're doing? And when you're done, where do you want to tell them to go? I'm telling you, if you dial in your target, then you know what to start to doing today, Kevin. Right now, the reason you feel like, man, I got to go live and I got to do this and I didn't get this brochure done and I need these people to help me and I want this one guy who's famous to help me. It's like because you don't know where you want the end result. Have a big, bold mission. So if you reach out to my team and say, hey, would Dean shout me out on the 10th to help get more awareness? I'll tell you right now, I would. You guys are part of the family. I think this is a worthy cause. I'll shout it out to 1 million people on the 10th for you. But I got to know what you're going to do with them. I got to know what the outcome is. What is your goal? Are you going to put them in a room? Are you going to send them a book? Are you going to talk to them on a Facebook Live? Or are you going to do a Zoom? Which one are you going to do?
What would be the best experience of my life is to have everybody close down the bridges, close down businesses for 5 minutes, go outside, play ball, play wiffle ball, play golf, play something, shake hands, just to recognize families.
You know what? I'm going to stop you.
I
love your big, bold mission, but you're missing the question.
Right.
What are you going to do? How are you going to talk to them to get them to do this? Like, I really want you to hear me on this. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I want you to impact a shit ton of people. And if you don't get this dialed in, it's going to be a dream, dude. And on May 11th, you're going to wake up disappointed. I'm just being honest with you. Right? And I want everybody to hear this. Like, so many times in life, people are like, man, I had this vision. It just didn't work. Why? Because you didn't know what you were really fighting for. I already know what you're fighting for in your heart, brother. I could feel your heart. I could feel all of us can. Can we feel this guy's love and caring? Like, honestly, on a scale of 1 to 10, can you feel his love? But what do I teach you, Kevin? Loving it, caring, great message, unfortunately isn't enough. You got to sell people to show up. You do. And you got to sell them to take the action you want them to take. If Kevin sells people to show up and he sells people on seeing this as the thing they should and making a difference, is selling absolutely service and love. Yes or no? Right? But it's how big his heart is. If he doesn't come up with the exact plan and focus on it from now until then, doesn't matter how good it is or how loving this man is or how much he wants to change the world, you won't have the impact you want. So, first off, I would set a goal in your head. You ready for this? You want to take the pressure off? Save one child from dying from fentanyl because of this. Just save one. I hope it saves 5,000. But would you do it? Kevin, would you do it if it saved one teenager's life?
I got the bumps all over. I mean, you're 1,000%. That's right.
Because I know you want the whole world to shut down bridges and go play, but would you do it for one 14-year-old that's going to go to a party in 2 weeks or going to go to a party in June and think he's taking a Xanax and he takes a fentanyl pill and dies? Would you do it to save that young man?
100%.
Okay, so take the pressure off because you're going to do at least that.
Right.
That's going to happen.
Right.
Okay? So take the pressure off because that's going to happen. Now let's get to the execution. Let's get to what's going to happen. What do you want to do on the 10th to really get this message out? Would you like to go live in your Facebook group? Would you like to go live on Instagram? Do you want to drive everybody to a Zoom call? Do you want to just send them a video that they'll watch on that day that you want them to spread on social media? What do you think? And I'm not going to tell you need every answer right now, but you got to think through this, right? Listen,
Right.
I want you to hear something. 9 months ago, this is not, look at me, right? This is going to sound this way, but I want to tell you, I still obsess on this shit, Kevin. 9 months ago, I read Green Lights. I'm like, man, Matthew McConaughey's message is so strong, I want to help him get it out there. On the 24th, I'm going live with him, okay? You guys are all invited. And make sure, if you didn't register, Livin 2023, Livin without a G, Livin 2023.com. Make sure you register today and go watch the entire thing. All of you. See how we laid this out with pure value. It's going to be off the charts. But I want to tell you, I am obsessing on that day, Kevin. Literally right now. I'm like, I've been on a whiteboard saying, oh, wait, does Matthew go first and then I go? Or no, does Matthew and then Tony and then me and then we got Trent Shelton. Like, I'm obsessing on that. And the cool part is just being transparent. We've been working for 3 months with Matthew to create a course that everybody needs. It is a next level course. It's going to blow your mind. I mean, you can't believe what this guy came up with. Mixing Hollywood, caring, heart, Tony, me. It's unbelievable. But everything I'm thinking through is thinking, if I don't get people to show up on the 23rd, we can't show them what a badass McConaughey is, not the actor, the thought leader. And then if we don't kick ass, we won't get people to get this new course that is literally the best course I've ever seen in personal development. I'm not kidding. It is next level. But everything I'm doing today, when I'm off this today, I'm literally going to be focusing on how do I get people there, because I want to deliver massive value and awareness while they're there, and I want them to get this course. You got to be thinking on May 10th, I want to get as many people to do this thing so they can, the call to action, so they could go do this. Do they sign up for your newsletter? Do you want them to donate at least $1 to a charity, an awareness charity? Do you want them to tell one person about fentanyl to hopefully save a life? Like, I would think of the outcome. Okay, everybody write this down. What is the outcome of May 10th? And what is the mechanism I'm going to use to teach them about why this outcome is important? April 24th, I'm going live, called The Art of Living, because Matthew's going to talk about how we need to live more in this crazy ass world. That's going to be badass. The outcome is, I want people to go, that's so damn good, I want more McConaughey. I want people to go to you, Kevin, and go, damn, that was so good, I was not aware of this. I need to help this man and spread this mission. I'm going to go do this thing. I'm not even telling you need to do it. I'll give you an example. Tony Robbins turned 60 a few years ago, and his wife threw him a party. He did not want a party. That's not his style. He doesn't want to be celebrated. The only way he would let her do a party on his birthday, right before COVID happened, was if 100% of any money that they raised during his party went to helping kids in slavery through Operation Underground Railroad. Okay? So they set up, think about this. There was an outcome, and then there was the tool, the vehicle to get there. We all went. It was thousands of people, or 1,000 people. It was insane. And we did it in LA at this event center, but it was a really nice party. And people just got up on stage and shared what Tony had done for their lives and contributed and all these things, right? But the whole thing was focused to the outcome is awareness of how many kids are in slavery. I want to tell you something, and I feel beyond blessed, and I want this all for every single one of you. Please know, you know my heart. I don't say this to brag. When I was a kid, we got evicted from a trailer park. Like, I get it. I was so unaware of how many kids were in slavery, how many kids each year were stolen and forced, and 12-year-olds made to do things that are unimaginable. There was so much awareness and elegantly done that halfway through, my wife and I were crying, literally crying. I was so unaware this was happening that I raised my hand. I was going to donate $10,000 that night. I'm just being honest. When it got to the time to donate, I raised my hand and I donated $500,000. I donated $500,000 that night because my heart was so in it, and I just felt I have been blessed to do well in my life. I'm smart with my money, and God damn it, and it saved a certain amount of people. My whole point was the mechanism was Tony's party. The mechanism at the party was the awareness, and the outcome was how much to raise. And we raised like $15 million that night for kids in slavery. Now, is this helping everybody? Raise your hand if this is helping everybody to think through things critically. This is critical thinking, right? This is critical thinking. I want you to think about what is the mechanism where you can create the awareness. So mechanism, delivery system, whatever the hell you want to call it, right? Video, live, pre-done video, viral video. That's the mechanism. That mechanism creates awareness. Please write this down. Put it in the chat. You write it down. The mechanism, the awareness, and then what do you want them to do? The call to action. Okay? If you guys spend the time with like the mechanism, and the awareness, then the call to action. That is the same if you're helping women get through a terrible divorce, or you're helping men sell better, or men find love when they're 60, or to love better, live better, find true intention to what doesn't matter, whatever your niche is, whatever your dot is. Kevin's got something personal to his heart. Everything's good. I'm passionate about what I do for you guys. Whatever that is, do we all still need a mechanism? Raise your hand if you know you need that thing that you drive people to. And then we all need to create the awareness of what we do and what the reasoning is. Is that true? We're going to have a live event called The Art of Living for McConaughey. That's the mechanism. The message will be, damn, this McConaughey's more than just an actor. The CTA will be, I want to keep learning from this dude. So, what are we going to do on the 10th, Kevin? The mechanism, how we create awareness, and then what do you want people to do? You have any ideas? If not, I'm just going to give you guys your homework to figure it out.
Just the one thing that would be very grateful into having each meeting start off with fentanyl awareness, no matter who you are or what family you're in, is that after May 10th or, before, hopefully, but we'll just stick with May 10th, is that no matter what, before every big meeting, just to have something of the fentanyl mentioned.
Okay, I'm going to stop you again. I got to get your head fixed, dude, because you're not answering my question. I love you. The reason I'm sharing this because I love you. I love what you're doing, but you got to hear me.
Thank you, bud.
Okay? I really want you to hear me. I want this to be massively successful. That is the awareness and the call. That is your call to action. Your call to action is, I want everybody to start your day off today talking about fentanyl. Is that cool? That's your call to action. If that's your call to action, and it should be sign up for your newsletter because you're an amazing man with a big heart. This should be the two call to actions. The two call to actions should be tomorrow morning, start your day off with your family, your friends, your meeting, your co-workers, and make fentanyl awareness a part of your conversation. Please do that for me. Number 2, go sign up at this website address and join my newsletter or join my weekly training or my monthly training, because I want to make sure that emotional intelligence or connection or mental health is cured on this earth. That's your call to action. But we need the mechanism to deliver the message and the awareness so you can ask for that. Does that make sense?
Well,
what I'd love to know is...
Hands down.
Go ahead.
Taking action. Sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry it took me so long to really come to this, is that to really create a mastermind course, to create something to where we can really drive awareness through coaching, teaching, and assisting on ways to improve your social and emotional mental well-being.
I love that. That should be after the fact. That's why part of your call to action is to get everybody to sign up with you. You could offer that to them later. What I think is you need the Tony Robbins birthday party. You need the free Art of Living with Matthew McConaughey. You need the free messaging that you're going to do in a Facebook group or you're going to do on a Zoom call where you share for 45 minutes or an hour on letting people know how horrific this is. And I think if I was going to tell my team right now, I'd say, there's what I would say. Go use ChatGPT. If you're not using AI, go sign up and get a ChatGPT account. Go there right now and say, I want to do a 1-hour event on helping people understand how deadly fentanyl is in America right now. Could you give me 5 headlines around that awareness? Could you give me the stats on how many kids are dying each day? Could you give me the awareness on what are the 5 things that can help with fentanyl awareness? If you're not using ChatGPT, it is not it is simple. It's all about the right questions, about the right prompts. The only reason I'm sending you there is because it can get you away from the blank page. The blank page is all of our death. What do I do first? Go there and start a thread on ChatGPT and just start asking questions. And when you're in one thread, it remembers the previous thing that you shared. So you can start going, no, go further, get more granular, get me more stats, give me a better headline. Do 7 topics I want to talk about in an hour. Just start asking all this stuff. I promise you, it'll get rid of the blank page. Okay? And then I would consider, you do your thing, I would consider picking a mechanism like a Facebook group or your Instagram page or going to do it on Zoom. And I would think on May 10th, you are going to do this 45-minute awareness. There's got to be a hook on why people show up. You got to think through that. Even though it's a great cause, you still got to get people to show up for a reason. We'll think through that. I'll ask the team, I'll ask this family, why should people show up on May 10th to listen to this guy? Right? I don't want to get into your personal, because that's a whole nother thing, but have you lost anybody in your family or someone that...
I have.
Okay.
I have.
I'm sorry. And I could feel that. And that'll be a conversation for another day, but and I know that's what's driving you, and I send you my heart and my prayers.
Thank you.
But I would consider saying, I lost somebody. I want to make sure you don't. That might sound harsh, but it's true. It's true. And it's why you're doing this. And it's why you're being called to serve in this area. And I would just consider, I would consider laying out a 45-minute or an hour presentation on awareness, on stats, on statistics, on why most people, it doesn't affect your family until it affects your family, right? It's one of those things that you don't know until you do, and sometimes it's too late. And you could say, if you have children, we're going to talk about the 3 things, the 3 easiest ways to approach your children about it, right? Give them links on some YouTube videos that people could watch. Listen, when I wanted my kids to understand what drugs could do when they were little, I Googled every video I could find on YouTube of someone who took drugs for the first time and either died or went into a coma. Look, some people are helping you right now. There's some stuff in the chat. Somebody copy and paste that for Kevin, so if the chat goes off, he doesn't miss it.
Thank you.
You got more people doing some help with you here. But I Googled and I found kids, star football player, who went to a party. They shared a pill that they thought was Xanax, and it was laced with something. One kid died. One's still in a coma, brain dead on a breathing apparatus. I let my kids see all that. I showed them video after video until they didn't want to see it anymore. And I said, I'm just sharing because you're smart enough to understand these are not bad kids, or you'd consider a drug addict. There are people who make decisions in the moment thinking, hey, everybody else is doing it, no big deal. And one bad decision, it doesn't take 50. It could take one time decision to end your life. And that really sunk in with my kids. And I wouldn't when they started feeling uncomfortable, I didn't let up. I made them watch another video and another and another. And then I sat and said, let's pray for those families. And I said, so I'm just sharing some of the things that you might want to consider for this day, and then bring them up at the end and say, but I'm here. Even though I had loss in my life, I'm here. You're still here. I hope everybody in your family is still here. Let's keep it that way. And here's 5 things that we can do. Here's 5 things we can do to really help so you don't lose someone or someone you love doesn't lose someone. And give them 5 things. Give them 5 things. And one of them should be, and I'd love you to go to, kevinsawareness.com or letsfixmentalhealthwithkevin.com. I'm just making that up. And enter your email address so I have it. So each month I could send you what's next so we can help mental illness, so we can stop this pain. And then all of a sudden they become your tribe. And when you're ready to launch a course or a workshop that's paid, they'll be like, this guy did so much. Hell yes, I'm signing up for what this guy does. So guys, today I had no idea where we're going other than action. Kevin, thank you for being so vulnerable. Thank you for letting me coach you like a parent. I hope I didn't come across rude. This is an important thing, man. I don't want you to miss this. So the CTA is do these things and sign up for my newsletter. Awareness, sign up, do this. The mechanism, I would craft a half hour to 45 minutes on how you could really share statistics. Let ChatGPT get you some stats and stuff to help you. Craft that. Find out how